We are back on another Wuthering Waves video. We are literally playing Wuthering Waves. I made a video earlier, and I took it down real quick just because I didn't get to the point as fast as possible, and some of my critiques I left towards the end. So I don't want anyone to misrepresent my arguments because people are already doing it. I will be live 5 p.m. EST. Not my arguments, my statements. I'll be live 5 p.m. EST today to break everything down in detail. There's a lot of misinformation going on right now. There's a lot of people in the community who are rightfully upset. And there's a lot of people in the community, well, or maybe people from the Hoyo community, that are trying to make this situation worse and just cause drama and problems with that leaks. I'll talk about that later. The anniversary content seems good. Seems fine. I've said multiple times again, give me Elusive Realm, give me a fun event, I'm cool. And that's what they did. We get the skins upcoming, we get a bunch of other different things. I'm cool on that. The rewards are 1,000% lackluster. I don't know who has it, but someone made a compilation of everyone in the Gotcha cast, including myself, saying this is lackluster. Like we all agreed on this. This is all common knowledge. So they made a post earlier, and this is the devs listen moment. Now, the devs did technically listen. They did. They did technically listen. They apologized. And pretty much in this post, I'm not going to read the whole thing verbatim. They're giving you a login event of 30 pulls. Radiant Tides 10, Forging Tide 10, Luxury Tides 10. Now, people are saying that the standard pulls are not as useful, and that's 1,000% true. So if you want to look at this as maybe only 20 extra pulls, I think that's fine. I think that's fair. At the end of the day, if I'm looking at this, I don't know. A lot of people were expecting free characters from leaks, free characters because we had Zhang Liao, but the big point of contention and what I think people have the right to be upset about is the way it was delivered and the very consumer friendly. This is consumer friendly, consumer friendly, consumer friendly. The patch feels like it is giving tons of things to newer players. Returning players and newer players, that was their focus. Now, obviously, from a business perspective, that makes 1,000% sense because Steam is coming. A lot of people are hopefully going to come back for the anniversary. You know, they're doing all those rerun banners, which at the end of the day, the 12 banners, it sucks. Is it a one-to-one to Star Rail? No. And I'm going to go in depth about that later. But the 12 banners, no way you want to spin it. It does depend on your perspective. Some people are going to use this as a way to catch up, but at the end of the day, it still sucks, and it is still predatory. I don't think anyone's going to sit there and deny that. Now, with that being said, I personally feel like if they made it so that way, as Saint said, and I don't necessarily disagree with this, you make the first one guaranteed, I think it's fine. I think that makes it a lot easier. I think it makes it a lot better. I know some people might feel slighted by that. They may be like, well, fuck, man, I had to lose a 50-50 to get my G on, but this guy's going to get it pretty much guaranteed. I get that perspective as well. It feels like, I don't know, I feel like there's no way to make anyone satisfied at this point. I'm going to be honest. These extra pulls seem to be good in the sense of I'm happy that they're addressing it as soon as possible, and I'm happy that Kuro is sitting down and they are bringing this up within 2 days since the live stream. But I guess 30 polls, if you want to consider it 20, is that game-breaking? Is that game-changing? Not really. Not really at all. You know, during the live stream, they kept saying, stick around, stick around, stick around, and I thought we were getting a free 5-star. I really did. At that point, I didn't expect it going in, but I'm like, oh, they're going to do it. I felt a little disappointed after, but I was like, you know what? Me personally, I have the ability to whale, and I have a bunch of chatters accounts. So to me, it was like, all right, whatever. But the framing that they provided in encompassing the whole thing, yes, absolutely get that people are upset and they have every right to be upset. I think the people that are overreacting and creating drama and saying that Kuro planned this from the start and using leaked images to fit their narrative, those are the people I've been trying to kind of address a little bit because I feel like, yes, there are definitely people who are upset and rightfully so. But there is that massive overreaction of, oh my God, I'm going to quit. I hate you all. They lied. Yada, yada. Like, they didn't lie about anything, right? Like, they didn't lie about these leaks where apparently someone, I can't show you the photo, but they showed a photo of like, oh, this is already going to be in the game. Because in the beta, it shows another like login reward section. That's not true. So to me, I think this whole thing is just sad. I know that people are saying they probably planned this for another devs listen moment. I really don't think so. And if they did, they're fucking out of touch massively because this is blown up in their face. It has backfired. And realistically, this could have been the easiest W for them. To me, hey man, I'm not going to lie, it is what it is. But the backlash, yeah, I get it. I absolutely get it, right? And so when you look at this, it's like, it feels like they thought that they can get away with giving a little bit less due to the fact that Honkai Star Rail's anniversary was so bad, we already have such good public reception. Let's give a little bit over Star Rail, and then after that, we can get away with it. Because devs listen. And technically, did they listen with this post? Yeah, I mean, technically they did. They're giving away free things. They're saying that there's going to be more to come. Stay tuned. But they don't necessarily really say what that more to come is. So does that mean, is there going to be more things for the anniversary? Is it going to be something for 2.4? Are people getting more things? I don't know. And you don't know either. Because they haven't specifically stated that. And so to me, I'm just a little sad about this whole situation. I am. It makes me a little sad because it could have just been such an easy home run. They could have done the free selector for a Yinlin Gion and whatnot. But I think it was a little crazy to think you would have got a free Chiakona or a free Zany. I think doing a selector of every single person. Yo, shout out to this homie TJ you just followed. You're being featured in the video, brother. I appreciate you, man. I think when you sit there and expect all of these free things because they gave out a Zhang Liao, you have to look at the context. A free Zhang Liao was because there was nothing to do in 1.2. 1.2 was just objectively bad. Like, it was just a low point for the game. So, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I think to me, the contents look fun. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to play it and I'm going to enjoy it. But I'm going to go more in depth today on stream about everything and how I don't think it's a one-to-one to Star Rail. But realistically, taking that comparison to the side, it's still a shit show. This has turned into what could have been an easy slam dunk, an easy W, to an absolute fucking nightmare. We're going to go over it later. Billy's popping off. Reddit's popping off. It has just become sad. It just fucking sucks. It just sucks. They definitely deserve some sort of backlash. Absolutely. Do I really feel bad for the company? No. Not fucking parasocial. I'm not, oh my God, dong. No, I don't feel bad for the company. I feel bad for the players that rightfully feel upset, right? A lot of people's trust do feel a little bit broken. I don't necessarily think in which that, again, I think some expectations are a little way too high, but I don't know, man. I mean, 53 free pulls and a glider, to me, I'm like, all right, it's whatever. To me, it is. It is what it is. But so I think this is a step in the right direction, but it doesn't address all of the encompassing things. It doesn't address the fact that they alluded at a free 5-star the whole time, that they, the Cyberpunk collab, that's not coming for a year plus, that they are rerunning 10 plus banners at the same exact time. That is the bigger issue, and giving out 10 pulls for each of those banners is not going to guarantee a 5-star. It won't guarantee a 5-star. And again, if you make it guaranteed for a unit, let's say in 40 pulls or 80 pulls, a lot of people will be upset and will say, fuck it, man, why did I waste my money? So it does feel like a little bit of a no-win situation. I think if they were to give personally 80 pulls on top of whatever pulls you would get from the patch, so let's say you would get 180 pulls, I think that would be fair because you're guaranteed at least one unit off those first 80 anniversary pulls, where in reality, you allow the consumer to pick whatever the fuck they want. So, to me, the anniversary is not the biggest deal in the world. It's not the straw that breaks the camel's back. I'm giving them consistently way more leeway because it's not as bad as these Hoyo titles. But yes, this was a miss. I feel like I've made that perfectly clear. This was a miss. But for me, I'm here. I'm going to play the shit out of that elusive realm. And so with that being said, the word of the day is Aboba Hope this helps. We will be addressing the leak drama later. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one.